It is very good practice to always include a scale bar in any landscape CAD drawing. We picked library, plants, and details. We've got some scale bars that you can choose from. I'll double click, 5 metre scale bar, and so on. There's a 5 metre scale bar number 3. So let's use it. We'll select it and insert it into this drawing. And at the moment, we'll pop it down in that area of the drawing. So if we zoom in on it and we measure from that point there down to there, you can see it's 995 units or millimetres long. So that's in fact a metre. We could explode that bar and measure that accurately, but it's a metre. So the total scale is 5 metre. We come on to the landscape plan itself. Can you see that now we've included a scale bar within the drawing? Over here in the title box, we've said on an A2 sheet, and this is an A2 sheet, the scale is or could be 1 to 100. You may like to just eliminate that or change that to say NTS for not to scale at A2, or you might want to set a precise scale. If you do set a precise scale of the floating viewport, let's select it now. If you come over here, the view scale is 60. We change it to 100 and hit enter, and you see that, let's unselect all and zoom extents. We now have a much smaller drawing there. A scale of 50, let's pick that viewport again. View scale of 60 gives us a much better view. A scale of 60 is not an appropriate scale in the metric area. If I went to 50, I think you'd find that we couldn't fit any of the relevant information in. And so what I'd be inclined to do is select that scale, that block, and go in there and say we're going to edit the block, pick 100 at an A2, which is a piece of text, a piece of M text. So if we click in here, we can say in capitals, caps lock on, N.T.S. not to scale at our A2 sheet, and then we can close the block editor and we come back, unselect all, come back to the drawing, and now our title block information has been updated, and this is not to scale, not to a plotted scale, but we do have a scale bar included in it. So if someone needed an approximate scale from the drawing, even though our note says do not scale, we certainly wouldn't build from it, but we can get some sort of idea of distances. Of course, if you have we go back to the model, we might need to regen at this point and then return from the model. Now we're back in the model. Once you're in the model, you have very accurate distances. It's full size. The model, of course, is full size. So we know from one side of the vegetable patch to the other is 4.3 metres and so on. We get very accurate measurements at that point. So the inclusion of a scale bar and the inclusion of your north indicator, I think, are very, very important. Both need to show on here. So you could bring your north indicator now and move it and put it down in that position there. You could probably scale it by half and move it somewhere near the scale bar, and hopefully if we can now go to the sheet, it is shown. We may even be able to pop it down in that area, but I would leave that to you to play with. So zoom extents. There's our full-size model over here. Our plant schedule is there. So we're gradually working towards producing a full working drawing for a client.